Hello, bookworms! Today I'm going to be talking about something that is not book related, and that is fall TV shows, because I love watching TV, and I think that one of the most exciting things about every fall is seeing all of the new TV shows that are coming out, and just finding new favorites, because there's always so much to watch when the season is, when the fall season is premiering on TV. So I thought that it would be fun to kind of go through all of the shows. I literally read a lot of synopses, and I kind of picked out the 5 shows that I think sound the most promising, or the ones that I'm most excited to watch, and hopefully you guys are going to be excited to see them too. The first show is Supergirl, which is going to be on CBS. I am so excited for this show. Supergirl is one of my favorite superheroes, and I'm so happy that a female superhero is going to be the lead on a TV show. Marvel kind of broke the mold with last season. They introduced Agent Carter, who is not a superhero, that's more of like an espionage type show, and I loved it, and it was so wonderful to see a female lead just in the superhero world. So I'm even more excited to see one that I love, like Supergirl, on TV. And the show is also being produced by the same people who did Arrow and Flash, so I think that is also really promising, and they have said that there is the potential for crossovers between those shows, even though it's going to be on a different network. I really like the costume redesign that they chose for Kara for the show. I think that it is a really nice nod to her original outfit, and while it is darker in color, I'm just really glad that they didn't go with something like skimpy. I like the long sleeve miniskirt look and tall boots. It just really works for her, and it's really Supergirl. So far, they have released a trailer for the show, and it was really, really good. If you haven't seen it, you should totally watch it. Kara is working at a fashion magazine in Metropolis, and the show is going to take place when she finally starts embracing these powers that she has and starts using them to help save other people. So it just sounds really good. Working for a fashion magazine sounds right up her alley, and I feel like the show is going to be very true to her comic character. So I'm just really excited to see what is going to be happening. There's also the potential to possibly meet a new Superman. DC has made it very clear that their cinematic universe is different from their television universe. I would really like to see a different Superman, because I really hated Man of Steel a lot. More than any other superhero movie, Man of Steel is at the bottom of my list. I just hated it with so much passion. I was angry when I left the theater. But anyway, I'm talking about TV. So you should definitely check out Supergirl. She's going to be played by Melissa Benoist, who I believe was in Glee. And the show is going to be premiering on October 26th on CBS at 8:30 p.m. The next show that I'm really looking forward to is called Legends of Tomorrow. It's another superhero show, and it's also in the DC universe, and this show is a spin-off of Arrow and Flash. It centers around Rip Hunter, who is traveling back in time to put together a group of heroes and villains to try to stop Vandal Savage from not only ruining the world, but just all of time in general. So I really love anything with time travel, so as soon as I heard the premise for this, I was just immediately into it. And then I found out that Rip Hunter is going to be played by Arthur Darvill, who played Rory on Doctor Who I love, so I think that that is going to be just amazing. And I'm also really excited that Brandon Routh is going to be moving over to Legends of Tomorrow. He played the Atom on Arrow, and I really grew to love him and his character over the past season, even a lot more than I've been liking Oliver, because he's just sad and it's annoying. And I think that it's going to be really good to see Arthur and Brandon together on screen. I think that they're going to make an amazing team. There's also a lot of potential for crossover between this show with Arrow and Flash, especially because we have characters that are from those shows that are going to now be on these shows. And they also recently announced that Constantine is going to be making an appearance on Arrow, even though his show was canceled. So I think that there's also a lot of potential for Constantine to show up on Legends of Tomorrow, because there was a very big thing that happened at the end of the last season of Arrow, and I think that that is why Constantine is going to be on Arrow, because of that thing, and a character, and that character is also going to be on Legends of Tomorrow. So without saying what it was and spoiling anything, I think that that is a thing that we could end up seeing. This show is going to be on the CW. They haven't actually stated the actual date that it's going to be premiering, but it's going to be in the winter in 2016, and the actual date and time is going to be announced. So that's something to look forward to. Number 3 on my list is Scream Queens, and this is a new show that's going to be premiering on Fox. It is about a group, like a series of murders that starts occurring within this one sorority of girls, and they think that it could potentially be related to an incident that occurred 20 years ago as well. So it sounds like it's going to be really funny. I believe it's like a horror comedy. The showrunners are the same people that created American Horror Story and Glee, so those are 2 good shows, and I think that if they can combine like the comedy aspect with the horror aspect, it could be really good, because we know that they are really good at horror. American Horror Story is really creepy, and Glee was definitely much more lighthearted and funny, so I think that that could be like a really interesting combination. But I'm mostly excited because Emma Roberts is going to be on it, and she was in the American Horror Story season called Coven, and she just played like a really mean witch, and I really like seeing her as a mean girl, and I think that she's going to be a really great sorority girl. Scream Queens is going to be on Fox starting on September 22nd at 9 p.m. Show number 4 is The X-Files revival, because Mulder and Scully are coming back. So The X-Files is only slated for a 6-episode stint at this time, but they've promised that it's going to be extremely scary, connect to past storylines, and tie up like a whole bunch of loose ends for us. So far, we know that Mulder and Scully are no longer dating, so I don't know what it is that kind of broke them up, but I am really hoping that they will rekindle their romance in those 6 episodes while they are investigating this person that got abducted by aliens. Go figure. I'm really just excited to see the 2 of them on TV again and see what they're like in the future, because they're just, Mulder and Scully. The premiere of X-Files is going to be on Fox on January 26th at 10 p.m., which is a Sunday, but the show's regular day is actually going to be on Mondays at 10 p.m., so after the premiere, I think it's actually a 2-night premiere too, so it'll start on Sunday, then the second episode will be Monday night, and then going forward, the rest of them will premiere on Mondays. So number 5 on my list is called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. It's like probably the biggest chance that I'm taking with any TV show. It is a musical comedy, and it's going to be on the CW. It's about this girl who has a chance encounter with her ex-boyfriend from high school who dumped her back then, and she sees him on the streets in New York, and he tells her that he is moving to California, so she's like, you know what, I'm going to do that too. She decides to move to California with him in the hopes that they'll be able to rekindle their old romance and she'll have like a fresh start. So obviously that's a little bit nuts, but I'm really looking forward to it. I think that it has a lot of potential because it just sounds like it'll be really funny. And I also really enjoy going to like plays and seeing musical numbers. So I think that it'll be really fun to be able to see numbers like that on TV without having to pay the price of admission for a Broadway show. The cast is all very experienced tap dancers, so that should be interesting, and they've promised that there will be about 2 to 3 numbers per show. That show is premiering on the CW on October 12th. So those are the top 5 shows that I'm definitely going to be checking out this fall winter season. I'd love to know what you guys are most excited for. I have a feeling that a lot of you will also be looking forward to the superhero shows, but if there's anything that you feel like I missed, I would love to know so that I can look into it too and, you know, take up more of my time watching TV. Yeah, let me know, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!